What's up, guys? Today we're going to practice a natural sounding conversation by applying all the necessary rules that are essential for that authentic American accent. So, rules like word stress, linking, reductions, and syllable stress, and intonation. So, this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to share the conversation and I'm going to read it once for you in a natural way. And then we're going to analyze it. And you have the sentence by sentence, and you have the possibility, opportunity to repeat after me. So let's dive right into it. Have you seen the film Castaway? No, I haven't seen it yet. Who's in it? Tom Hanks is the lead actor, and the actress, Helen Hunt, plays his fiancée. Oh, yeah, I've heard really good things about it. I really like Tom Hanks. What's it about? It's about a man who survives a plane crash over the Pacific Ocean. He ends up on a deserted island in the middle of nowhere. He learns to survive on the island all by himself. That sounds kind of depressing. I wonder if it's based on a true story. What happens at the end? Does he leave the island or does he end up dying there? I'm not gonna tell you. I don't want to spoil it for you. You should watch it and find out. Can't you at least answer one question? Does he die at the end or does he get rescued? Stop asking me. I won't tell you. So let's get right into it, sentence by sentence. So the first sentence, have you seen the film Castaway? You can hear with the melody and the error that I painted here. It's a yes/no question, and in American English, the intonation rule is then when we have a question that can be answered with yes or no, like the question, have you seen the film Castaway? We go up at the end, so the pitch rises at the end of the question. Have you seen the film Castaway? If you want, you can repeat it. Have you seen the film Castaway? And don't say the. It's a common reduction that we say the, if there's no vowel that follows. So the film instead of the film. The next sentence, no, I haven't seen it yet. Who's in it? As you can see, I've marked a lot of linking here. So seen ends in a consonant, E ends in a vowel, so we have that consonant to vowel linking. Seen it, seen it. The same who's in it. Who's consonant, E ends in a starts with a vowel, N consonant, E vowel. So every time when the word ends in a consonant and the next word starts in a vowel, with a vowel, we link these two words. So it sounds as if the consonant of the last word is the first sound of the next word. So instead of seen it, it sounds like seen it. Seen it. Let me type it here so you can see. It essentially sounds like seen it. Seen it. Seen it. We put the N before the E. Seen it. Seen it. The same with who's in it. Instead of who's in it, it's more like who's in it. It's like one word. It sounds way more smooth than who's in it. Who's in it? Who's in it? Who's in it? Tom Hanks is the lead actor, and the actress Helen Hunt plays his fiancée. So as you can see with the names Tom Hanks and Helen Hunt, I highlighted the Hanks and Hunt in red. Why? In American English, there is that word stress rule that when it comes to names, we always stress the second word. So, for example, if you have another name, Bill Clinton, we don't say Bill Clinton, we say Bill Clinton, Bill Clinton instead of Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, Tom Hanks, Helen Hunt, Helen Hunt. So always the second word when it comes to names. Again, instead of the lead actor, the, reduce it. Linking lead actor, lead actor. So again, it sounds like lead actor, lead actor. And then we have a consonant to vowel linking with the actress, the actress. So we insert a y sound between the and actress. Why? When a word ends in the E sound and the next begins with a vowel with actress, like actress, we insert a y sound to make it sound more fluid. So the actress plays his. If you want, there's a rule you can essentially drop the H in his, her, him when they're in the middle of a sentence. So instead of plays his, we say plays this, plays this, plays this. So you can't hear the H. It's linking again, plays this, plays this. Okay, the next sentence, again, a lot of linking, things about it, things about it. Things about it. One word, smoothly connected. And we can even, with the about it, make the T a flap T, since the T is between two vowels, the diphthong ow and the E. So instead of about it, it's about it, American style. And again, Tom Hanks, we stress hangs, Tom Hanks, Tom Hanks. And here linking again, what's it about? Consonant to vowel linking. And again, the flap T in it about. Instead of it about, it's what's it about? What's it about? The flap T. T becomes a D. And since this is not a yes or no question, we drop the pitch. What's it about? It's not what's it about, but what's it about? So the pitch goes only up in yes or no questions. If you want more of that, I have a tutorial just about the intonation and linking stuff. So I go deeper into that. Here it's more about putting it all together. So I put the linking and intonation stuff in the description. So you can check that out. The next sentence, a lot of linking. It's about a man, flap T again, survives the. Then plane crash is a compound noun. So when a compound noun is a word or a longer word that consists of two nouns. So plane crash are two nouns. They're combined together to create a new word. So plane crash. And in compound nouns, we always stress the first noun. So plane crash, plane crash. And then Pacific Ocean again is a name, and we learned with names we always stress the second word. So Pacific Ocean, plane crash, Pacific Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Then you can see in the next, it's again consonant to vowel linking. He yens, because he is the E ends in the E, and then the next in the vowel. So we put the Y here. Enzapone is again, Enzapone is linking it in. Deserted island, consonant to vowel linking again. And then we have an interesting middle of nowhere. So if you want to do it in American style, instead of saying middle of nowhere, you can say middle of nowhere, middle of nowhere. So we drop the V sound if the of is in a sentence, not at the beginning, but in the middle of a sentence. So middle. So this is the second type of reduction. You can say middle of, but still reduce it and highlight middle more, middle of. Or you can say middle. So just an schwa sound. To survive, again, he learns to survive instead of to survive. Link again on the island all by himself. If you want, you can drop the H again. We're gonna read the whole thing again, so no worries. Then the next, this is interesting, kind of. So instead of kind of, say kinda. I have a lot of videos on these reductions. So that sounds kind of depressing, kind of sounds choppy. It sounds much more American and native if you say that sounds kind of depressing. So as you can see, it's the same with middle. We drop the V in of and make it a schwa. And that's why it's kind of depressing. Here again, a lot of consonant to vowel linking. Wonder if it's based on and we stress story, true stories, true story. Because if we have a adjective and a noun to each other, besides each other, the noun usually gets more stress. So instead of true story, it's true story. And then again, the next sentence, the end, consonant to vowel linking, the vowel to vowel linking, and a lot of consonant to consonant linking, the island, he end. So you can see a lot of vowel to vowel linking. The next, instead of saying I'm not going to tell you, say just I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. So it's a very common reduction. And instead of want to, it's wanna. I don't wanna. I'm not gonna. We almost there. There's a lot of, again, we all had this. Okay, and the here can'tcha, it's called an assimilation. So oftentimes when you see can't and you, it becomes can'tcha, because the t and the y, if you merge them together, it's can'tcha. So instead of saying can't you, it's can'tcha. And again, if you want, you can drop the H, a lot of vowel, consonant to consonant, and vowel to vowel linking. And then in the first is can't at least answer one question because it's a yes-no question. It goes up at the end, the pitch. But the next one, does he die at the end, or does he get rescued? This is not a yes or no question. It's a question still, but it can't be answered with yes or no. You got to elaborate more. And with these type of questions, the pitch goes down. The next also, stop asking me, I won't tell you, pitch down, because it's a statement and not a yes or no question. So we did a little bit or a lot of analysis here. So we can read it once again. I'm going to read each sentence separately and leave some time for you to repeat after me. Let's hit it. Have you seen the film Castaway? No, I haven't seen it yet. Who's in it? Tom Hanks is the lead actor, and the actress, Helen Hunt, plays his fiancée. Oh, yeah, I've heard really good things about it. I really like Tom Hanks. What's it about? It's about a man who survives a plane crash over the Pacific Ocean. He ends up on a deserted island in the middle of nowhere. He learns to survive on the island all by himself. That sounds kind of depressing. I wonder if it's based on a true story. What happens at the end? Does he leave the island or does he end up dying there? I'm not gonna tell you. I don't want to spoil it for you. You should watch it and find out. Can't you at least answer one question? Does he die at the end or does he get rescued? Stop asking me. I won't tell you. Okay, you did great. So if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye.